Happy Monday. Happy Monday rolling out. This is your girl, Crystal Jordan with Reality Check. And we are at the beginning of another week. So this week is all about love and marriage. You guys know I love talking about relationships. We had some real conversations last week with the ladies of Love and Marriage Huntsville. They talked about marriage, and actually, even though each of them is going through troubling times in their marriage, each of them has had something so positive to say about marriage. I thought it would be great to celebrate weddings for the month of July. Usually June is the month, but I believe that COVID-19 has made all of us we're moving a little slow. So I think it's very fitting to talk about weddings and the beautiful ceremonies, the dresses, all that so many of us look forward to each year. Yesterday, actually, we had on Saturday, we did a special Let's Get Crystal Clear edition with Courtney Larissa that you guys may remember from Own's Ready to Love, the first season. She was on there. She did not find love, but she actually found her groom, her Prince Charming, afterwards. They got married, and my guest for today was one of her bridesmaids and was one of the girls that accompanied her to say yes to the dress to help her pick her dress. Now, not only is this one of Courtney's friends, but Shatava Lindsey, you guys may remember Shatava also from the first season of Ready to Love. She is a fashion designer. She has a line here called Hourglass that I personally love, and I've worn quite a bit. Actually wore a piece this past weekend to a pool party and got lots of compliments as always. So you guys, please help me welcome my guest for today, Miss CEO herself, Shatava Lindsey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good amidst everything that's going on. I'm safe. I'm in the house. So
good. I'm glad you're in the house, Shatava. I've talked to so many people about the importance of just like we all have to stay away from the crowds to stay safe. So I'm glad you're doing that.
Oh, definitely. It's just a trying time right now. It's actually giving me a lot of time to refocus as a business owner to figure out, what's going on with me, how I can stay more grounded, and also, do more for my business.
Right.
I can't be in person with people, especially with clothing, but how can I maximize being at home and being able to touch my customer?
Absolutely. Well, I want to talk about your business and get into all that, but I wanted to start this week is all about love and marriage and weddings, especially. We had Courtney on.
Yes.
Saturday. You're here today. We're going to talk about how can a bride find the perfect wedding dress? What type of body shapes make for great? Just all of that. We want to get into all of that. And then on Wednesday, guys, I have Miguel Wilson. He's one of my favorite men. He is a groom extraordinaire. He's going to be on to talk about the fact that it's his day too. But today is all about the ladies. So Shatava, tell us, first of all, how was the experience on Say Yes to the Dress with your good girlfriend, Courtney Larissa?
Oh my God, it was so fun. Weddings are always so fun anyway. And of course, as women, we love wedding dress shopping.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You grow up and you want to get married and you think about your dress and you think about the perfect dress and trying to find that perfect dress for you. So Courtney was so indecisive about a dress. As a matter of fact, before we even got to the set of Say Yes to the Dress, she had already bought another dress.
She said that, and she said that her dress had several pieces to it. Is that normal for people to create, to do it yourself, the DIY wedding dress? I've never heard of that before.
You know what? It just adds it adds to the cost of the wedding dress. Ideally, you would find a wedding dress that's perfect as is, and if you give yourself enough time to shop for your wedding dress is so important. So I would say make sure you have enough time to be able to shop for exactly what you want, because you don't want to be stuck in, oh my God, my wedding is a month away and I still have no dress. So it's so crazy that Courtney already had a dress, but she added so much to that dress. I mean, literally, her straps were like $400 each.
She said that, yeah.
Added about 3 skirts. Then she wanted to alter. It was so much that she was trying to do. And I was like, Courtney, you're going to eat away at your pockets by all the extra accents that you're adding to your dress. And that's exactly what she was doing.
Right.
And she added all that. And in the end, she didn't even really like it. So you're paying all this money. So, that's when we decided to do we went to Kleinfield, and by that time she was a month into her wedding, and we were just, it was a mess, but
that's a lot.
It was so much fun. She tried on so many different dresses. It's so funny because she has an hourglass figure, and it's so her mom really wanted her to have a ball gown look, which is like, it flares out at the bottom. She wanted the mermaid style dress to showcase her figure, but also wanted the skirt to give that dramatic appearance for her wedding. So yeah, it was a struggle at first. I didn't know how we were going to be able to do it, but she pulled it off.
You guys did, and the dress was beautiful. We watched her and her groom, the episode. But that brings me to the point of today. I wanted to talk about different styles of wedding dresses and different things that were complementary to different figures, right? Yes. So with Courtney having the hourglass figure that your line actually kind of really specializes in, what are some looks that women that have an hourglass, we'll start with the hourglass shape, because I guess that's the one that a lot of African American women have. Yes. What are some styles that complement that shape, and then complement it without causing too much attention? Because I understand what my mother was saying about, you don't want the only thing that people are thinking about is the, the peaches and the girls, Right. Exactly. Yeah. So how can we look beautiful on our wedding day without accenting too much, but still celebrate your figure?
So I would say if you have that hourglass figure, of course, the first thing you want to highlight is your waistline. Like, even if, like, I've seen women with hourglass figures do a ball gown or a mermaid style dress. But the most important thing is highlighting that waistline, because it gives you that silhouette of bringing you in at the waist.
Okay.
So a lot of brides do belted dresses, which really brings in that waistline and gives them that great figure. And also, like Courtney did, adding on those skirts, like add on a big dramatic skirt that take off at the reception. So adding that skirt it sinks you in at the waist, and also gives you that really dramatic, in her case, a mermaid look. So it's really good for women with curves, especially the hourglass figure, because you want to highlight that waistline. Now, some women have issues with broader shoulders. So have things like that, or like you don't want to show your arms. There's things that you can do. Like I think Courtney did an off the shoulder.
Right.
Had to be measured. I mean, even when you're finding the dress, that's not even fittings. Like even after she found the dress, she had to go through a round of fittings, and that to be fit exactly for you. So just remember, when you're buying your dress, even though you may not be able to fit it at the location, they can alter it to make sure it fits exactly where it needs to fit. Now, don't gain any weight though, because
it can't add no material to it, right?
Right. Like you can shrink it down, but you can't, add material.
Yeah.
To, So be careful of your diet.
Yeah, be careful of your diet. And what about women that are that are busty? What are some looks that can, sell it, like, accentuate those curves without looking, because, you don't want to look like you're spilling over the top of the wedding dress.
Yes, I would say stay away from the low cut dresses, and also the button dresses. Some have like a button accent right here, and women that are broader, especially in the bust, it tends to pop open. I'm not a fan of halter dresses, especially for your wedding, because you're always pulling, and it's someone who's, bustier and heavier up top, you're going to always tend to be pulling, and you're going to be uncomfortable. So one thing you don't want to be at your wedding is uncomfortable. That's true. Always go with some sleeves, some straps. I mean, I do know some, if you're not as heavier at the top, then okay, you can do a strapless dress. But if you are, go to those straps, because what you don't want to do is in your pictures, you keep pulling up and pulling. That's one of the things I said to Courtney. She had tried on one dress on the show, and I was like, the dress is beautiful. I mean, it had amazing accents, but she was going to keep pulling it up because it's a little heavier up top. So you want to be comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable. Even though your dress is snug, you want to be comfortable, and you don't want to be irritated by making sure your dress is sitting appropriately.
Right. Okay. What about for women that don't necessarily have as many curves as they may want to showcase? Like if you are a more linear or slender build, is there a certain style of dress that will, give them a more feminine look than they may have in just a regular dress?
I would say a beautiful ball gown. I mean, it's all about making yourself feel comfortable and making yourself feel beautiful. Or, I've seen high-low dresses, like women that are really tall, like they accentuate and highlight their legs. So, I've seen some nice, not traditional, so to say, but some really nice high-low dresses to showcase your legs. But I would say if you're on the smaller side, I would say go for that ball gown look because it's classic, it's beautiful. I mean, add the beading and all of that. I mean, it's a classic look, and I think it will be really good for someone that's really tall because it's going to elongate them even more because of the ball gown look. So definitely a ball gown look for someone that's slimmer.
Okay, and then last but not least, what about our itty bitty, our petite one, our little petite ones? It seems like if you're super petite, I have a girlfriend that's like barely 5 feet. That big dress can become overwhelming to such a small stature, especially if you're super tiny. So, what are the options for little ones?
I would say
petite women.
Petite women. I would say, make sure your alterations are on point. I mean, for petite women, depending on the size, they can wear pretty much any style dress, whether it be a ball gown, whether it be a mermaid fit, but just the alterations are so important. It's some people go through rounds and rounds of alterations, but you want to make sure you get that right because you don't want to be tripping over your dress. One thing you don't want to do is fall while you walk out or anything like that. So just make sure your alterations are on point. It would be so helpful if you had your shoes already up front so that when you go for those alterations, you bring those shoes just to make sure it's the right length. And I know shorter petite women have to really watch that length to just make sure that, it's not dragging more petite.
Nice. Lastly, on the wedding dress, are there any styles that you think women? I know that women talk about if they're getting married for the second time or even the third time, or if they're getting married later in life. I know Courtney. I don't know exactly how old Courtney was, but I know a lot of times brides that are a little more mature in years don't want to wear the type of dress that they may have worn when they were in their, early 20s. Any suggestions on styles that work really well or that are new and contemporary options for women today?
I would say just do what makes you feel comfortable. I wouldn't say, if it's your second wedding, you should lean towards something else. I would just say do what makes you happy and what makes you feel comfortable because it's your day. At the end of the day, it is your day and you want to feel your most beautiful. So do what makes you happy. For some women that you don't have to go with the traditional white or off-white. I mean, I know some brides, I've seen some in black, some in purple. It doesn't have to always be about tradition, depending on what, you see for yourself.
Right.
But yeah, just whatever makes you happy and whatever's going to give you that inner glow and make you smile. And I mean, you'll know, like when you try on that dress, like one thing, Courtney, I knew it was a dress for her because how it made her feel. Like once you put the veil on and everything and your emotions and everything gets to run, and that's what happened with her. And we knew, oh my God, you feel beautiful in this dress. Like before, she didn't have that same reaction. So it's something about putting on a dress and then you get the feelings of, oh my God, I'm going to be a bride.
Yeah.
It really makes that dress stand out. So do what makes you happy and what gives you that inner glow on the inside.
I like that. I like that answer. Yeah, I like that answer. Just don't listen to what other people say and just
yeah. It's your day. I mean, even the episode before hers, it was the naked bride and the girl just running naked. I mean, to each his own, but do what makes you happy and what makes you feel comfortable. And it's so hard when you're taking opinions from so many different people, the people that you bring with you to wedding. It's about, at the end of the day, it's about you. And a lot of times you can take on opinions of others and start second guessing yourself, but do what makes you feel happy. Like look at some magazines and stuff in the beginning, kind of get an idea of what you like and then what makes you happy.
I love that. You cannot please. So you need to please yourself, and you are the most important person on that day. I love that.
Yes.
So it was great to see. I love the fact that the last time you were on the show, we talked, of course, about Ready to Love. And we
Yeah.
talked about the fact that you had really been able to cultivate great girlfriend relationships. You guys might not have all found love, but you did find great girlfriends. And so for Courtney to say that you and Stormy are two of the closest girlfriends to her, you're now like sisters. I think that's just a great testament to, Black women having each other's back, and that opportunity led you guys to one another, right?
Oh yeah, so it was some amazing. Even to this day, I still keep up with the ladies on the show. They were all so amazing in their own right. I mean, we all do different things. We all have success in different things. So it's so important. People say all the time, just surround yourself with people that want to see you win. Like these women were amazing. I still talk to like Courtney, Stormy. We talk all the time. I still talk to Shay. I need to go over there now to get some stuff done for my car, but just some remarkable women. And, as Black women, we do have to stick together. I said that on the show, like I get so tired of seeing shows where people are bickering and we're putting each other down and we're not supporting each other. And this is a time right now that we really do need to uplift each other. You never know what someone is going through. That's why I always take my time out just to check on your friends. You never know, with everything that's going on right now, people are sick, relatives are sick. It's a lot going on. So just make sure you're doing your due diligence to check on your friends. And those were just some amazing women. And I'm just blessed to be able to, add them to my group of friends because I cherish them so much. And I was really honored that Courtney wanted me to be her bridesmaid. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes.
We have to ask you, so where are you at in your love and romance since Ready to Love? Are you where Courtney is? Are we expecting wedding bells from Shatava as well?
I am dating. I am happily dating. For me, it's about understanding me more and loving me and understanding like what I want. So sometimes you have to get to a point where you're like, okay, what am I really looking for? Because sometimes you have these, I have this picture in my head of what I want. And then it's like, if I can mold 5 guys together, pick one, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to have a God-fearing man, someone that his spirituality is really high. And like, I'm dating, so I'm happily dating.
Happily dating. Happily dating one person.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm being very loving, patient. I'm being very patient and understanding. And with me, I always seem to put my work first.
Mm-hmm.
To learn that you make time for what you want.
Yeah.
Chhatava can't be single forever.
No, you won't. But I think I've learned that a lot too. A lot of times as a career woman, it's hard. It's hard to work first. It is difficult. So speaking of work, I had to tell you, I wore one of the swimsuits from the Hourglass collection to a pool party, and every time I wear anything of yours, people give me so many compliments. So people I love the things that you have really do celebrate a women's curve. So tell people about Hourglass, your Hourglass collection, and your new ambassadorship program.
Yeah, so Hourglass is Hourglass is a clothing line aimed at celebrating the sexy and unique makeup of a woman. I'm all about women and their figures. We're all curvy, whether it's the curve of our breasts, the curve of our hips, and I just want to highlight that with the clothing. Mm-hmm. I do both custom and boutique. I'm actually working on my custom line right now. I took a break due to COVID.
Yeah.
Fabric. It was such a hassle. I try to do 2 custom collections a year, but COVID kind of threw that off, but I'm almost done. I should be releasing next month my collection. I can't wait to get you in a piece. I already have a piece out figured out for you that I want you to wear.
I love it. I love it.
But so I take my time for the custom things. I do the sketches, I source the fabric, I do the patterns, everything myself to getting it sewn up in the production facility now. So right now I'm in the production stages just to make sure I have the custom items in all sizes. So I go from a small, I can go all the way up to a 4X. So really excited about those custom designs coming out. And I also have boutique items. And with items I hand select. I'm really selective about the items that I choose to bring to hourglass, just making sure that it encompasses every shape and every body type. Like even for my plus size women, I make sure I'm taking the extra time to know, what looks good on their figure, what flatters their figures. I do surveys to ask women exactly what they want to see based on their body types, how outfits make you feel. Yeah, so I'm really, really selective on the items that I do bring in both boutique and custom side. So. Yes, my brand ambassador program.
Yes, brand ambassador program.
Yes, COVID has brought so many changes to what I'm looking for. Yeah, so what I wanted to do is try to figure out how I can reach customers, not just through me if I can't reach everyone personally. So I brought on a brand ambassador program, which is amazing. I have these amazing brand ambassadors, and I'm still seeking brand ambassadors, basically just to help promote the line. They give you a discount. They have discount codes that they're giving out. They're promoting. And also with the brand ambassadors, I just want to showcase what the clothing looks like on different body types. So for the brand ambassadors is they have their own clothes so that they can promote and tell the customers or tell their audience what the clothing does for them. So, the more brand ambassadors, the better. We have great incentives for brand ambassadors. They get a percentage of their sales. So log on to the website, shophourglass.com, and sign up. You select become an affiliate on the page.
Nice. Congratulations on that. That's huge.
Thank you.
I think I've been a brand ambassador for a couple years now because I have worn so many things, and I love the fact that it allows me to be feminine and yet classy. And it really does fit my body style right. So I'll have to become one on paper, but I really love what you do, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
The growth that you've gone through since Ready to Love. If you had to say, like, what did you learn about yourself in that journey? Because you went from someone that had a large group of pretty large network in what you were doing to having a national network with the television show. What did you learn about yourself and even about your business? Taking it to that bigger level with the television show.
I would say being on TV, you really have to be grounded in who you are because I applaud anyone that has the nerve to be on television. I applaud you because there are people out there that can be so cruel and so mean, and there's a lot of body shaming and a lot of criticism. So you really have to be grounded in who you are.
Yeah.
And, just loving yourself. And that's another thing, love yourself and don't care about what anybody has to say about you. You get to a point where you're in your skin and you love yourself for who you are, and allow anybody to persuade you or make you feel any different. So just learning me and who I am and the things that I would like in the relationships, even listening to some of the other girls and the things that they're looking for, give me a time to really sit and think about what I'm looking for in the perfect man, not the perfect man, but
we're not gonna find that.
But what I would like for me,
what would be perfect for you, right.
What would be perfect for me. So, and looking at the different guys that were on the show and some of the characteristics and some things that you need to stay away from, the playboys and all of that.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to those small things that could be turnoffs, because I think with women, a lot of times we sit and say, I don't really like that, but we stay in it too long with the notion of I don't like that when it's something you should run away from.
Yeah.
So I'm learning those triggers. This ain't for me. So before I waste my time and my year on you, let me hop on to something that's more for me, or something that I could tolerate, something I can deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, did I answer the question?
No, that's good. And I think a lot of times we are attracted. We say that men are attracted to the wrong things, but a lot of times we are attracted to the wrong things.
That's
as
true.
well. Obviously,
my biggest thing. Yeah, I was saying I don't want to date anybody with a smaller head than me. This is so stupid, I swear. Because our eyes wouldn't lock in together.
You said that?
I have said that. Like I can't, the little head guys, and we can't make real eye contact. It's like one meeting, but not both. That's the whole thing.
Well, in your defense, that is weird. I've went out with one guy that his head was smaller than his body, but he had just done too much working out to where the working out was over. in the head, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Those are not important, guys. And we have learned that. Shatava's saying that she has learned what is important are the real internal characteristics, but then you also want somebody that you're attracted to.
Oh, definitely. Oh, that's important. You know. Yeah. That's definitely, you have to have someone you can look at. If you plan on being with this person, okay, they have to be something that you're gonna wake up to every day and that you can look at every single day, because
I agree. I agree.
You, Courtney, you know, when you married, you know, that's who you married to. So you gotta wake up.
Get stuck.
Right, don't get stuck. Right, and wishing you should have, you know, don't get it all out your system.
Right.
Decide this is the one for me. So it takes time. It takes time.
It takes time. I think it's good to see women taking their time, dating, having fun, as opposed to rushing into something just because we've been told we need to be married. So take your time. But it's so good to see you. Miss seeing you out.
I know.
Again soon once this is all over. But tell people again where they can go to sign up for the ambassador program, and also how to follow you on social media.
Sure. Make sure you check out my website. It's www.shophourglass.com, and hourglass is spelled Ourglass. You can follow me on my social pages. Is at I Am Shatava. My Facebook, Shatava Lindsey, and follow my brand. Be sure to check it out. Give me your feedback on all social platforms at Shop Hourglass. So Hourglass, Ourglass.
I love that, Hourglass. We all have our own hourglass figure. I love that.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Shatava. One last question. In the spirit of weddings, do you design wedding dresses? If someone was interested in talking to you about a wedding dress, is that?
Yes, I will. If you have enough time, don't come to me at the last hour. If you have enough time to go through the process of creating your wedding dress, I would love to talk to ladies about doing it.
What is enough time? Bring clarity to that.
I would say give yourself 2 or 3 months. I mean, give yourself 2 months at least, you know. And then I hear women all the time saying, I'm going to lose weight before the wedding. So have a goal in your head of where you want, a realistic goal. Right. You want to be, because a lot of times I've made wedding dresses in the past and I've taken things in, and it's a lot when you gain weight. It's harder to add fabric than taking it away. So I like to leave a little room, and as it gets closer to the wedding, I'll take it in. But don't out like a couple days for the wedding and eat like 12 cheeseburgers and fried chicken and macaroni and cheese, you know.
Right. Yeah, they know. That's probably stress eating.
Stress, yes, it exists. It's real. Stress eating is so real.
Yeah. Well, at least I thought you were going to say 6 months. I would probably say give yourself some. If you want to hire someone to make your wedding dress, give yourself some time, because you got to get the fabric and then you got to
and what people don't understand is, depending on what you like, a lot of women are into beading and lace, and it takes time to get those fabrics. So, you know, I would say like 6 months, it's great, you know.
I got your back. I'm gonna tell you, Shatava needs at least 6 months.
6 months, don't pass 3 months, you know, without going through the process. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Good luck to you. I've got to get with you to get one of those Miss Black CEO shirts.
Yes.
Great. I got to get up with you to do that. You guys, please check out hourglassshop.com or Hourglass Shop.
Shophourglass.com.
Shophourglass.com. This has been Crystal Jordan and Shatava Lindsey today with Reality Check. It's been a wedding dress and a figure reality check for women. We know we love talking about clothes. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I will see you Wednesday at 6 o'clock with Miguel Wilson. If you're planning to get married, if you want to get married. And of course, for all my guys who realize that sometimes it doesn't feel like the wedding is about them, Miguel has a campaign called It's His Day Too. He's letting you know that weddings are about the man as well. So tune in Wednesday at 6 for Reality Check. I'll see you guys there.
All right. Thanks, Krista.
Thanks, Shatava.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys Wednesday at 6 for Reality Check, all about the grooms. It's His Day Too. I'll see you guys then.